Gas is too high. I don't like paying for it.
Gas prices too high. It's probably the general consensus. Yeah, it's putting hurting on my wallet. I know that.
Gas prices have been rising for years, and as a result, numerous companies have begun experimenting with new, more efficient fuel sources such as hydrogen and electricity. Springville, Alabama farmer Wayne Keith didn't want to wait for the future. Instead, he turned to a fuel source that's been around for centuries: good old-fashioned wood.
I don't have to buy any wood. I have enough scrap that I'm using. I've got a homemade sawmill that I can use scrap from. I've got trees falling that I can't even use up. But if I was having to buy wood, I could still travel for less than a penny a mile.
So how does a former Auburn football player and college dropout learn to develop trucks that run on wood?
Started tinkering back in the 70s during the oil embargo. I started playing with it a little bit. But when gas started creeping up over $1 a gallon, it was about 2003 or 2004. I drew a line in the sand at $1.50. Once it reached $1.50, I was going to go back and start experimenting with the wood burning.
Neil Smith met Keith when he visited Auburn a few months ago and said he was surprised by Keith's ingenuity.
It was an interesting take on an alternative fuel, because I hadn't heard of a wood burning truck before. I've heard of like biodiesel and electric cars, but wood burning was new to me.
People laugh a lot of time, and when I mention having a wood burning truck, they laugh and say, well, how far can you go on a log or so forth? And I said, well, this particular truck, we've documented at Auburn University that it will go 5,280 miles on a cord of wood. And they quit laughing then when I mentioned that a cord of wood here in my area is selling for $50.
Wood burning is also a new concept for Taylor Cadell, and like most people, Cadell had some misconceptions about using wood gas.
I guess gut feeling, no, I don't think it'd be more efficient than burning gas, just because, I don't know, we've used gas forever in this wood thing. We were burning stuff, so it's still causing some pollution.
Actually, in addition to being the most efficient automotive fuel source available, burning wood is also the most environmentally friendly.
This truck is 67% environmentally cleaner than a total electric vehicle if that vehicle is charged off the Alabama grid. So you might think nothing can get any cleaner than a total electric vehicle, but this truck is not just cleaner, it's 67% cleaner.
I mean, we burn wood all the time. It hasn't had bad side effects on the globe for thousands of years. I don't see why it would start now. The oil crisis, I mean, I believe the world will run out of oil. I mean, there's a set amount. We can't make more. So an alternative fuel, I think, is needed. And even though this might not particularly be the future, I think it's a very interesting idea and a good step forward.
Building Keith's design is not an easy task, but for those willing to learn, Keith established DriveOnWood.com to share his knowledge.
We've had it going about a year. Got about 1,800 members right now, and it seems to be doing well. Everybody's the instructions are very simple, so anybody can build it if they've got some welding skills. So it's gone worldwide, you might say.
Keith has driven almost 300,000 miles on wood in 8 years, and in 2011 broke the world land speed record for a biomass-fueled car. In fact, speed may be the only problem with Keith's design, considered by most to be the best in the world.
I had a lot of people ask me that I have any issues with speed on the vehicle, and I tell them, yeah, seeing those blue lights behind me. I may be the only one that's ever got a speeding ticket in a wood-burning truck running 20 miles over the speed limit.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire.